Well, good afternoon to you. Thanks for clicking on to the UK Europe video blog for today. Sorry I haven't had a video in the past couple of days. I was down in Norfolk yesterday. A beautiful drive down from Glasgow, and the weather certainly yesterday morning when I left was pretty wild. We had gale force winds, rain changing over to heavy sleet, and once we got into England, the conditions calmed quite markedly. I was a wee bit concerned actually as I crossed the A66 through the Pennines and into Yorkshire. I was a bit concerned about snow, but thankfully it was just snow on the ground at the side of the road. But the conditions were beautiful indeed as I travelled south down the A1 or M1. And down into Norfolk, beautiful sunny skies. But I'll tell you one thing, I've felt cold this autumn so far, like earlier on. And yesterday, despite the beautiful sunshine in Norwich, that wind would really cut you in two. Yesterday, it was definitely the coldest I've felt so far this season. But we'll continue to keep an eye on this storm system that's attached to a 230 mile/hour jet stream. Remarkable upper level dynamics here, supercharged, very, very powerful. But what I will say is, folks, this is a nightmare to try and accurately predict the finer details of this pattern. The models are about as all over the place as I can ever remember. They change several times, perhaps in a day. And it really is so difficult to pinpoint what's going to happen. Looks as if at the moment the storm track itself will stay over the English Channel, deepening to around 982 millibars, and a more southerly storm track down towards the French coast as opposed to the English Channel coast. The difference will be that we're going to probably see more in the way of snowfall through southern and southeastern Wales, through the Midlands and down into the south of England. Now a more southerly storm track would produce more in the way of snowfall. A more northerly track up towards the coast of England would therefore produce higher winds, more damage, heavy rain and less snowfall. I'm going to have a quick look here off the GFS model, and really folks, it is all over the place. And I think the problem with the models is the models are struggling to predict the sheer complexity of the atmosphere that we've got over our part of the world at the moment. It's the support a 230 mile/hour jet stream. Of course, Chris Fox of the BBC was saying that he has never seen a jet stream as powerful in his career, so to speak. But I'm going to continue to skip ahead through the sequence through tonight. You can see the area of low pressure there to the south or the southwest of England, and we'll skip ahead. You can see the core of that centre staying off the English coastline. That means to say that we are likely to see more snow, some 2 to 5 centimetres, perhaps an inch or so. Higher amounts over the downs and the Cheviots and whatnot. We could be seeing, it wouldn't surprise me if we've seen 2 or 3 inches of snow. But as we skip ahead through the sequence, this centre of low pressure actually deepens as it crosses through Belgium and the Netherlands and into Germany. It will go down from about the 982 millibars here to around 970 here. And what I will say is this also, we've got a very cold northerly flow blowing down. Tomorrow we could be seeing snow showers even in the central belt, down to low levels in Glasgow and Edinburgh into tomorrow morning. Wouldn't surprise me, folks. A very cold airflow blowing down in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere. We're going to be seeing plenty of icing problems to the north, and of course rain. First of all, folks, of course I need to point that out, is the fact that we're going to see heavy rain to start with. Gusts along the actual south coast may top 70. Wouldn't even be surprised if there was the odd 80 mile/hour gust in perhaps the Isle of Wight, for example. But it's still not written in stone, I don't believe, personally, until this thing actually does arrive. I wouldn't be surprised if we might have a slightly northern jog of the low pressure centre. Pressure expected to around 982 off the English coast, and then as it pushes away to the southeast and into the mainland of Europe, therefore we're going to see that deepening of the low pressure down to around 970 millibars. So parts of Belgium, Netherlands and into Germany is going to see very, very heavy rain tremendous gusts of wind, could be seen 70 or 80 mile an hour quite easily, I think, in some of the hardest hit areas. And as well as that, on the backside, we're going to see some snow. Some of it could be quite heavy as well. But folks, I'm not ruling out the possibility of this centre of low pressure getting closer to the English Channel. That would mean, of course, less snowfall, stronger winds, heavier rain. But the more likely scenario at the moment is a more southerly track, and therefore more snow. Could we see snow down to perhaps the coastal counties of England? Wouldn't be surprised. Folks in Kent, don't be surprised if some of your higher ground seas are covered in snow by tomorrow morning. I'm going to try and get another video up later on today. If not, first thing tomorrow morning. Hope you have a good